My name's Lori, and we're going to do a practice for the hips today. If you'll join me on your mat, extending your legs towards the front, keeping feet flexed, hands on the mat, focusing on the breath. And release, bringing your right arm towards your left leg, left arm out behind your spine and twist. And release, coming to center, taking the left arm towards the right leg, right arm towards your spine. And release, then bending the legs, bringing the bottoms of the feet together, bringing your hands towards your ankles with a straight spine. And release, bringing right arm towards left shin, left arm behind your back and twist. And release, bringing left arm towards right shin, right arm behind your back. And release, then bringing both hands up overhead, hinging at the hips, bringing your head towards your feet. And release, extending the legs forward, bringing both arms up above your head, hinging at the hips, reaching for your toes. And release. Bending the legs, bringing the right foot under your glutes. Bringing the left foot over your right leg. Making sure knees are stacked. Bringing your hands on either side to keep you over your hips. And release. Switching sides. Bring the left leg under the right glute. Right leg over the knee. Making sure that your knees are stacked. And release. Switching sides, bringing the right foot back under the glute, left leg over your right leg, then bringing your right arm down towards the mat, reaching up overhead, bringing your left arm up towards the sky. And release. Bringing the left foot under the glute. Right leg over the left. Bringing the left arm down. Bringing your right arm overhead. And release. Unwinding the legs. Sending the right leg out straight. Foot flex. Bringing your left foot over your thigh. Then bringing your arms towards your right foot. Bending at the waist. And release. Straightening the left leg, bringing the right leg over the thigh, leaning towards the front of the room. And release. Bringing the legs towards the mat. Coming up onto our feet. Spreading them wide. Bringing our hands to heart center. And release. Bringing the right leg towards the front of the mat. Lowering the left knee. Placing the top of the foot down. Then bringing your right hand inside your foot. Bringing the left arm up towards the sky. And release. Then bringing the right arm down towards the floor. And the left arm down towards the floor. Lizard pose. And release. Bringing your right knee towards the left edge of the mat. Extending the left leg towards the back. Pigeon pose. And release. Bringing our legs together, coming into a tabletop position and hold. Then bringing the left leg forward, extending the right leg. Bringing your left arm down towards the mat, right arm towards the sky. And release. Then bringing both elbows down towards the mat. And release. Then bringing the left leg, knee towards the left leg of the mat, extending your right leg. And release. Bringing the bottoms of your feet together, round angle pose. and release. Keeping your feet together, slowly lowering your back down to the mat. And hold. Bringing your knees together, extending them towards the end of the mat. Then bring your right leg over your left and hold. And release. Then taking opposite hand to opposite toe, bringing your right arm towards the mat and hold. And release. Bring the knees back into the chest, rolling side to side. Then releasing them towards the end of the mat. Bring your left leg over your right thigh. And release. Grabbing your left toe with your right hand, extending your left towards the mat. Slowly releasing that foot towards the mat, bending at the knees, and hold. Then bringing our knees around onto the mat, coming up to standing, bringing legs together, hinging at the hips, forward fold. Slowly coming up, one vertebrae at a time. Bringing the legs hip width distance apart. Sitting back like you're sitting into a small chair. Bringing both arms overhead. Firmly pressing into the feet to come up to standing, letting the arms come down, bringing both feet together, inhaling both arms up overhead, swinging the right under the left, taking a deep bend in the knees, then bringing the right leg over the left, and release, bringing both arms back overhead, swinging the left under the right, taking a deep bend in your knees, bringing the left leg over the right, and release. Coming back down onto the mat, bringing your right leg in toward your sit bones, then bringing the foot towards the elbow, bringing your arm around your knee, and slowly release, bringing the left foot under the sit bones, bringing the right foot towards the elbow, knee towards the ankle, and release, bringing the bottoms of the feet together, bound angle, extending the legs towards the front of the mat, moving your sit bones, bringing both arms up overhead, hinging at the waist, coming towards the feet, slowly coming up one vertebrae at a time, coming to our knees, spreading them wide, bringing big toes together, sending your hips towards your heels, forehead to the mat, child's pose. Using your hands to bring you back up, coming down onto your back, Bring your legs to the mat. We'll bring them to the right side with our arms out, looking towards the left. Inhaling both legs back to center, then letting them fall to the left side, looking towards the right. Bringing both knees back to the center, then letting one leg go towards the end of the mat, bringing the right knee into your chest and hold. Then using the left hand to bring your knee to the left side of the mat, right arm down towards the floor and hold. Inhaling both knees back into your chest, giving them a squeeze. Extending the right leg, holding on to the left. Using your right arm to bring your knee to the right, left arm down to the mat. Inhaling both knees back into the chest. Then bringing ourselves back up to seated. Coming up onto our feet. Spreading the legs wide with your feet towards the corner of the room. Hinging at the waist. Bringing your head towards the mat. Coming up one vertebrae at a time, bringing the legs together, coming to mountain pose. And release, extending the right leg towards the front of the mat, bringing the left leg towards the side, bringing your hips back, hand down towards the mat, triangle pose. and release. Turning the right foot in, bringing the left foot out, taking your hips back, bringing your arms towards the mat. And release. Bring your right foot towards the end of the mat, taking the left foot wide, bringing your right arm onto the other side of your right foot, left arm overhead. Then bringing the right arm inside, sending the left arm towards the front of the mat. Letting the left arm come down, straightening the front leg, turning the left foot out, bringing the right foot back, placing the left hand on the other side of your left leg, right arm towards the sky. Bringing your left arm inside, right arm overhead. And release, stepping the feet back together, shaking them out, sending the right leg towards the right side of the mat, left leg back, and reverse your warrior, taking your left hand down your leg, right arm overhead. And release, straightening the leg, turning it to the other side, bringing your right arm behind your back, lifting the left arm overhead. And release, bringing both legs back together and shaking them out, coming into mountain pose. Forward fold, Planting your hands at the front of the mat, stepping to a down dog. Walking the arms out into a plank. Bringing your hips to the mat, up dog. Then pushing back to your knees, bringing your seat down to the mat, bringing your right leg in, taking both arms up overhead, turning towards your left leg and reach. And release, switching sides, extending the right leg, bringing the left leg in, taking both arms up overhead, turning towards your right leg and reach. And release, taking the legs wide, then bringing both arms up overhead, turning towards the right side, hinging at the hips with legs flexed. And release, switching sides, bringing both arms overhead, turn and reach. And release. Then turning to the side, bringing the bottoms of your feet together, lowering yourself down to the mat. Bound ankle pose and hold. Releasing both legs back to the mat. Taking your right foot over your left leg. Then reaching through, grabbing your left foot. and release. Unwind. Bringing the left leg over the right. Reaching through and grabbing your right leg. And release, allowing both legs to go towards the edge of the mat. Then bending and grabbing at the big toe, taking it to the side with your left arm out and hold. And slowly release. Bringing the left foot into your left hand, taking it out to the side and hold. Bringing both legs back into your chest, rolling side to side. Then for one last bit of effort, sending your feet towards the sky, scissor kicking down to the count of 10. And when your feet reach the mat, letting them fall to the sides. As your hands fall to the sides, congratulations, you've made it to Shavasana. We'll start to bring movement into our fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. And when you're ready, turning to your favorite side to come up to seated. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. Namaste.